right, I'm here with Joanna. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Oh man, I love the conversation we had just a few minutes ago. I know that our audience doesn't know about it right now, but I'll try to share a little bit, right? So the question was again, how did it all start for you, right? Where did you kind of make that switch to get into where you're at today, right? I think that story was really passionate for me. So can you share like a synopsis of your kind of your past to get to where you're at today? How would you share that?
Yeah, so I was aspiring to be an attorney and I have an undergraduate in pre-law and I became a trial paralegal. And while I was there, it was shuffling bankers boxes. And at one point when I was in another state setting up this war room, I met a vendor and they're like, "Hey, do you know that there's a database where you could process these documents?" And I was like, "Oh my goodness, no." So I went, investigated it, and I'm like, "Oh my goodness, I want to become now an e-discovery specialist."
So,
So
so,
this
so
is
think about the pivot right there. Like,
yeah,
think about it, guys. You have your career, you're doing something, and suddenly something caught your eye. Something
yeah,
caught your eye. What was it from what you saw there that said, I would like to invest more? Because you have different options here. You could
right.
have gone different directions. What out of that thing made you say, I need to do more? What was it?
Well, yeah, because I got tired of having to go through so many documents while I'm in trial and getting paper cuts. And when I know
There you
that there's
go.
a program software where I could just scan them.
So it's all about the paper cut, guys. Just remember that. She was just tired of it. And that's you know what you just mentioned was ideal. Everyone deals things with pain points. If you
Yeah.
have a challenge and you are finally found the solution for that, you're gonna go 100% on it. So awesome. So you got that, you're moving forward. What's the next step?
So I became a needs discovery specialist and I wanted to look for a job here in Miami. But back in 2015, that didn't exist, that role here. So it existed in New York, in DC, in Chicago, all these others. So I applied everywhere. And I left to Bethesda, Maryland. And over there, I moved over there. I relocated from
Okay, so let's
Miami
let's
to
pause on that.
Bethesda,
Let's pause
Maryland.
on that. The next problem that kids have is that, oh yeah, I want to solve this problem, but are they willing to work for it? Are they willing to relocate? Are you willing to do what it takes? See, that's the thing. There's sometimes a lot of talk, and here you are taking action, and that must have been tough. Go for it. Continue.
So I'm going to this law firm as an e-discovery specialist to manage a database. And the first week that I'm there, I had an attorney, and he came up to me and handed the phone to me and says, "Hey, I need all these text messages." And I'm like, I look at him and I'm like, "Oh my goodness, I don't know how to do that." I wanted to die because it was the first time I ever had to say, "No, I don't." But I'm like, I will learn.
Mm.
And so I didn't get to extract those text messages at the moment, but I went back to my desk and I
Okay.
researched where can I get trained, and I learned that it's digital forensics. So I
So let
found
me
a boot
pause you
camp.
again because I gotta pause because you're giving so many lessons, and I want to make sure the community sees that as well, right? So you're giving an opportunity, right? Imagine jobs out there. There are many people that get jobs and then they're stuck. You
Yeah,
really should be looking at jobs that allow you to expand. Because imagine if your job would say, no, that's not your responsibility. No, you need to stick to this. You were able to move beyond your opportunity, right? So that's, I think,
right,
what people should be looking at, right? Something that
right.
grows with you. Continue. Sorry.
So I found a boot camp course to be trained by ATF, and I printed all that out. I went to my COO that same day and I pitched it to him. And I'm like, "Hey, I could bring this in house. All I need to do is go get trained here." And I convinced them my first week of work.
Wow.
And they paid for my course. They paid for me to, they paid my time while I went to go get trained. And I brought it in house. And I had the opportunity to learn how to investigate, um, how to collect, how to preserve the data, how to investigate it, how to analyze it, how to testify in court for it. I became an expert witness.
Wow.
So admitted into state and federal court in Washington, D.C.
I
And
want pictures. I want pictures, though. Give me the picture of the first time you were an expert witness and you were on the stand. That's what I want to see. Do you have any?
Yes, I do have one, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And but my advantage was that I already had the trial work experience.
Yeah.
So I interviewed witnesses back when I was a trial paralegal. So it's great that my transition from every role that I had, it really came from my basics of what I wanted to be.
That's so such a beautiful story. Like and again, the success is amazing.
Thank
But
you.
those steps, those pivotal points in your life that only now can you look back and say, wow, right? It was because I was able to be courageous, right?
Right.
To kind of step up. Many people can't do that. Many people
And
feel
it's difficult.
so comfortable in their area and they don't want to rock the boat, stay
Right.
underneath the radar, whatever the case might be. And here you are pushing the envelope, right? So again, Joanna, awesome. Thank you for
Wait,
that. Well, there's
my story
more.
didn't
There's
finish.
more.
The story didn't finish. So my 2-year contract was up and I was looking to stay there. And my COO goes, Joanna, you should go back to Miami. Your daughter wants to move back
Oh,
and
wow.
open up your own company. And when I came back from Miami 2 years later, I own Digital Forensics now.
I've only met a few company leaders that had that type of intention. So think about it. I'm a company owner or whatever, CIO, CEO, whatever the case might be,
Right?
and I'm letting you go because I see your passion and I'm willing to do that. And I bet you're committed to that person for life. I bet you
For
have
sure.
an amazing love. And if there was any opportunities to give back to that group, I bet you would do it blindfold. Same
For
for me.
sure.
That only happened once to me, where I felt so comfortable. First of all, you have to feel comfortable telling somebody that you're okay with that. And then the other person has to be comfortable giving you advice, which is
Yeah.
amazing. So I
Yeah.
think it all goes back to the relationships you had with your people.
Yeah.
So can I end it now? Can I end it now? I know there's more to this story, but I'm going to cut it off because I think we'll have to have a second part to this. So, Jan, again, you're awesome. I love
Thank
the
you.
story. I
Thank you for having
love
me.
the thing, and I think it's gonna resonate with a lot of students or a lot of people kind of stuck in a certain area and they're not willing
Right.
to take that next step. All right.
Yeah.
So again, great job. Can't wait for the event, June 12th, and catch her there.
Thank you. See you.
Bye bye.